Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, the Geoguessr channel. Today we're going to be reacting to another video, this time by FitTuber. FitTuber, like fit YouTuber, but FitTuber anyways. Which is the best rice in India? I myself am a big fan of rice, okay? I don't know if you can tell by looking at me or not, but I do enjoy myself a good variety of rice. I like short grain white rice, short grain brown rice, basmati rice, jasmine rice. I cook lots of variations of rices. Um, yeah, I enjoy rice. I eat rice quite a bit. I never really ate rice much until a couple years ago, and this is even before I started, learning everything about India. But in India, you guys eat rice a lot, I guess. But then, that makes sense. Rice is delicious. Rice goes with everything. So, this video was shared to me on the Discord, of course. It's what I typically go to is the Discord, and I don't know. I have a whole list. I literally my to react to list of videos is nearing 200 videos long. But then someone recommends a video randomly, and you know what? I watched that video just randomly. So we're gonna watch which is the best rice in India. I like how it starts off with 0 seconds in, man's dogs are out. I mean, he's in his house, and yeah, don't wear your shoes in the house. I know. Here in the US, I talk a lot, okay? If you're new here, I talk a lot. Here in the US, a lot of people wear shoes in the house. I find that very weird. I've always found that weird. So when I have my own place, I take my shoes off at the door, and that's it. No shoes. No shoes in the house. So I do I do agree with that notion. Like I'm sitting here on the floor, no shoes, but if I'm sitting down, I'm not gonna have shoes on anyways. Anyways, I'm going off on a whole tangent. Man's got his dogs out, 0 frames in. We're gonna watch the video. Let's just play it. Let's just play it. Rice lovers are simple. Rice lovers are simple. What is that? What was that? Okay, I like that. That's another thing that we don't do here in the US is I've never eaten rice with just my hands. I've always used a utensil of some sort. I don't know. I just never thought of utilizing my grippers, my hand grippers, to eat rice. Is it that good? Oh my God, that disclaimer went by so quickly. You can't do that. What are you doing to me here? Disclaimer: the contents of the other forms of communication, such as text, graphics, videos, images, and other materials created by this channel, are the information purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard the professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read or heard from this channel. Damn. Okay.
More than half of India eats rice daily, and some people eat rice even 3 times a day. And why not?
I don't know. I don't know about 3 times a day. That seems like an excessive amount.
Rice has always been an important part of our daily diet. But which is the healthiest rice in the Indian market? To find this out, I carefully went through all the rice available online and offline. But when this did not give me any conclusive results, I got in touch with not only food experts but also some rice manufacturers. However, the breakthrough
talked to
came in
rice
when I got a
manufacturers
chance
directly.
to talk to various rice growing
And he went to the
farmers.
farms as
During
well?
the research of this video, I got to know many new
Wow.
things. So stick throughout this video and I assure that you will have no doubt about which rice is
There
the best
is
for you.
there's a rice in India that still has like its husk on it. I know Aaron was talking to me in the Discord about it. I don't remember quite what it was, but that has like all of its nutrients and stuff in it still. Because when you get like white rice, typically it becomes more processed, so it loses its husk, it loses its bran. That's why I personally enjoy like just a nice simple like short grain brown rice. I don't know like what the correct terminology or variation of it. You can just go to the store here and buy brown rice. But yeah, I enjoy brown rice because it still has that bran on it. So it takes longer to cook, but I find it tastes better. It's just a lot more to handle because you got to clean it and then you gotta cook it. So it's a lot more work.
So without any further delay, let's get started.
I delay a lot. I'm sorry.
Hello friends, welcome to
I talk too
FitTuber.
much.
If you
Is
notice,
this an
there are
ad?
basic 4 or 5 types of rice
No.
available in the
What is this
Indian
up here?
market. White
Numbered.
rice, brown rice, semi-brown rice, red rice,
Semi-brown
black
rice?
rice, and the low GI rice.
Low GI. Is that like glucose? Sugar control rice. Yeah, that must be like a glucose control rice. How do you control the amount of glucose that's in rice? Also, semi-brown rice? What is a semi-brown rice? I've had red rice before. I've had black rice before.
Which one should you eat? To understand better, have a look at a rice kernel that comes straight from the crop. This is how it looks from the outside and this is how it looks from the inside.
What?
It has 4 major parts to it. Outermost part is called the hull. This is a hard, undigestible, protective covering of rice kernel which should be removed to make rice edible for humans. So whether it's white rice, brown rice, red rice or black rice, this hull must be removed. Then
Interesting.
comes the
Okay.
second part of the rice which is called rice bran. Now this is brown, red or black in color depending on what type of rice it is. Rice
Ah, okay. So this is what I must be thinking of before. All right. So there's the whole and then the bran. And then the bran can be different colors. So yeah, you have the brown, red, and black. Interesting. Okay.
bran contains healthy
I'm
fats, fiber,
I'm
and
learning
various
so much.
micronutrients.
Healthy
Then
fats,
comes
fiber,
the largest
micronutrients.
part
Love
of
it.
rice called the endosperm, which is white in color and is mostly starch and some nutrients. Finally comes the germ, which has the ability to sprout into a new plant. Germ is only 2% of rice kernel, but it gives you 77% RDA of iron and 108% of magnesium,
Wow.
along with healthy fatty.
Magnesium is so important. You have no idea how important magnesium is. Magnesium, I actually have some magnesium capsules here. Magnesium caps. So this gives me 400 milligrams of magnesium. But magnesium is so important to keep your brain healthy and keep your mind focused. I don't eat enough of it, or I don't. I'm like deficient. I'm deficient in iron, magnesium. I'm probably deficient in a lot of things. I'm also deficient in like my vitamin D. I'm deficient in my vitamin K. I'm deficient in a lot. Okay, so I take vitamins, and I know there are people out there that say, oh, vitamins, they're not very good for you. You end up peeing most of that stuff out anyways if you don't absorb it. But hopefully, I'm absorbing it. I don't know. We'll get back to the video.
Acids. Now that we have understood what exactly rice is, now let's begin with the first type of rice, which is the white rice.
Yeah.
This is the most commonly eaten rice.
That looks
be it
good.
basmati, sona masuri, gobind bhog, or any other local variety.
Magra. I've heard of. All right, so I've had basmati. I have basmati in my pantry right now. I don't have any of these other ones, but I have heard of Magra before.
More
Oh, but that's because it's a basmati rice. Look, see, Mogra basmati rice.
than 80% of people in India today eat white rice. However, it is the least nutritious type of rice. This is
So when it comes to white rice, when I eat the basmati rice, I'm typically fine. But when I have like short grain white rice here in the U.S., I actually get like severe pain. It didn't start off that way. It wasn't until, I don't know, like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, where I started getting these like shooting pain in the right side of my neck and my shoulder and my arm after eating white rice. And that's why I've started branching off into like eating like the brown rice, right? Brown rice, the basmati rice, the jasmine rice. Um, and I don't have that pain anymore when I eat rice, which I don't know what that was. I really don't know. It only ever happened when I ate like the short grain white rice here in the US. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
because to produce white rice, the most nutrient dense parts of the rice, the bran and the germ are removed,
Oh.
and what is left behind
The
is only
germs
the
removed as
endosperm
well?
part. This is
Wow.
mostly starch with little nutrition. Now there are many reasons why this is done. From a manufacturer's point of view, producing white rice is most profitable because from one crop they can sell two products. One is white rice and the other is rice bran oil. From a consumer's point of view, white rice is
Oh,
convenient. It almost melts in mouth and it's easy to cook. Even if you don't
interesting.
soak it, it can be readily made in 15 minutes. Seems like a
50
win-win,
minutes.
but this rice, which is devoid of fiber and many micronutrients, it spikes your blood sugar and is not ideal for Weight Watchers and diabetics.
Maybe it's like the blood sugar issue. I don't know.
Have you seen anybody eating rice alone? We always eat it with some dal, curry, and salad. The
Oh, I
overall
thought he meant like alone by yourself. I'm like, I eat rice alone every day. What are you doing? But he meant like with a mixture of things. Okay.
meal doesn't spike the blood sugar. Yes, it's true that white rice, if combined with a fibrous food like salad and protein rich source like dal with some healthy fats like ghee over it, will definitely balance the glycemic load of the overall meal, but that doesn't make white rice any healthier. It's a workaround approach because you don't want to give up eating white rice. It's somewhat like eating naan with lots of salad and paneer. There is something called portion control. If someone eats white rice in small portions, it's not a problem. Yes, you are absolutely right. But as you said, if one eats rice in small portions, do you think we Indians are doing so? Most of
That
us
was
fill our
funny.
plate full with white rice and some take a second serving as well.
Hey, I do the same. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Rice is good. I do the exact same thing. I overfill the amount of rice. Man, I really got to control how much rice I end up cooking because I cook a lot of rice. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cook this rice. It's gonna last me, 2 days, 3 days, and then I'm just sitting there like, bowl of rice sounds pretty good right now. Oh man.
And it makes sense because white rice doesn't have that fibrous and oily part of the rice which helps you control your portion size effortlessly. Have you noticed how even after eating a lot of white rice, in a couple of hours we start feeling hungry again? That's because white
Hey,
rice
wow,
is
that's
highly
true.
processed. It's just the endosperm part which is naturally not filling. But white rice is our ancient grain. Our ancestors have been eating it for centuries. The healthiest of countries like Japan eats white rice. Rice is our ancient grain, not white rice. It was only after 1870 that milling and polishing machines were developed, which led to the availability of white rice for the masses.
Really? 1870 was when white rice was when white rice became a thing, really. Think twice before eating white rice. The reason for polishing is longer shelf life so the merchants can sell rice over a long period without getting spoiled by bugs. The reason why many people prefer rice over vegetables or dal, legumes, is cheap cost and addiction. White rice is cheaper than most other foods. Refined carbohydrates are addictive to one's eating habits.
The traders were happy producing white rice because it had longer shelf life and made them more profits. But this new rice in the market had then led to beriberi epidemic in Asia. In India, white rice became popular only after the Green Revolution of 1960s. Before that, we used to
Hold
do
on.
mechanical.
Hold on. What is this? What was this epidemic? Adopted over brown rice in the second half of the 19th century because it's favored by traders, white rice led to the berry epidemic. What is berry? I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up. Beriberi is a disease in which the body does not have enough thiamine, vitamin B1, causes. There are two major types of beriberi. Wet beriberi affects cardiovascular system. Dry beriberi and Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome affects the nervous system. Beriberi is rare in the United States. This is because most foods are now vitamin enriched. If you eat a normal healthy diet, you should get enough thiamine. Today, beriberi occurs mostly in people who abuse alcohol. I don't drink. Drinking heavily can lead to poor nutrition. Excessive alcohol makes it harder for the body to absorb and store vitamin B1. In rare cases, beriberi can be genetic. This condition is passed down through families. People with condition loss the ability to absorb thiamine from foods. This can happen slowly over time. The symptoms occur when the person is an adult. However, the diagnosis is often missed. This is because the health can provide may not consider beriberi in non-alcoholics. All right, so what exactly symptoms of beriberi? Difficult walking, loss of feeling sensation in hands and feet, loss of muscle function and paralysis in lower legs, mental confusion, pain, speech difficulties, strange eye movements, tingling, vomiting, Symptoms of wet beriberi include awaking in the night, short of breath, increased heart rate, shortness of breath with activity, swelling of lower legs. Whew. Okay. Interesting. I've not heard of this before. All right, let's continue the video.
Led to beriberi epidemic in Asia. In India, white rice
I
became
like the
popular
Indian
only
pixels
after the Green
graph there.
Revolution of 1960s. Before that, we used to do mechanical milling by hand pounding the rice using a mortar and pestle at homes, and people never had the luxury to include white rice in their diet. As far as Japan and other such Asian countries are concerned, they actually follow the low portion size guideline, and they also include healthy fats and protein along.
Yeah, I
This
just
is the
actually
reason
watched a video
diabetes
about
and
lunch
obesity
in
is low
Japan.
there. But the opposite is true for Indians. So either eat
Is
white
is
rice in
is
small
is obesity a prevalent problem in India?
amounts, or even better, replace it. Then second type of rice
Replace?
is the brown rice.
I don't know about
When
that, brother.
rice is milled only to remove the
I don't know
unedible
about
hull
that,
part,
brother.
while the bran, endosperm and the germ part is still intact, that rice is called brown rice. This is unpolished rice, which is why it has all the fiber, fatty acids and micronutrients intact. In fact, rice bran, which is just 8% of a rice kernel, it serves you 60% of the total micronutrients present in rice.
That's
Studies show
crazy.
that rice
That's
bran alone provides
crazy.
400 plus compounds that work together to reduce inflammation, free radicals and cancer cells in the body. In fact, rice bran
Wow.
is prescribed for patients with colon cancer. It's medicinal for people with diabetes and high.
I just gotta do the switch. I just gotta do the switch over to nothing but brown rice. I love my white rice. I love my basmati rice, but maybe I just gotta focus on the brown rice, man, or the rice with the bran on it. So like the red rice, the brown rice, the black rice. I mean, it does seem way better for you.
Blood pressure. No wonder it is now being marketed as the next superfood.
Superfood?
All our food is made in rice bran oil. I'm happy that we are using healthiest of oils. That is true only if you are using the cold pressed rice bran oil, which is 400 rupees a liter. But most people are using the physically refined version of rice bran oil, which goes through so much processing that such a rice bran oil does
Bleaching,
more damage than
deodorizing.
good. Coming
Wow.
back to rice, understand that white and brown
Wow.
rice are the same crop. But because white rice is refined, it is a simple carbohydrate, whereas brown rice is a complex carbohydrate which slowly releases its energy in the body and keeps your tummy full. Have you noticed
Tummy,
how
I like
after
that.
eating roti you feel full for longer? A similar effect is experienced with brown rice. And this is because of the fibrous and oily bran and germ part of rice which is not present in white rice. Did you know that when white rice had not hit the market, our ancestors used to hand pound the rice, and in the process brown rice was produced? This I got to know from the farmers. So traditionally we have been eating brown rice. There was no way our ancestors could remove the bran. Manna brown rice, Safe Harvest brown rice, Natureland's organic brown rice, Organic Tattva and many such brown rice are available in the market. Brown rice has anti-nutrients. How can it be healthy? Anti-nutrients, mainly phytic acid, is present in all whole grains, lentils, and even nuts and seeds.
I was gonna say anti-nutrients aren't like, I don't know.
If you soak brown rice for 4 to 6 hours, then cook it just like you do with all the dals, you need not worry about
Yeah,
anti-nutrients.
I soak my rice, so I clean it, and then I soak it, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so good, guys. I make some good rice. I make some good rice.
This has been well documented by recent studies. Brown rice has high amount of arsenic in it. How can you call it healthy? Yes, there have been some reports which show that the quantity of the toxic heavy metal arsenic is present more in brown rice than white rice. That's because
Yeah, but the levels have got to be so low that, because there's arsenic in like apples, for example, but the levels are so low that you would need to eat just an absurd amount, so much so that your stomach would explode. I'm sure. We'll
arsenic
see.
sticks more to the bran layer of the rice. But note that most of these reports are from the rice grown in the United States. In
Oh.
fact, the same studies mark that the rice of the Himalayan region, particularly North India, is a safer choice. Plus, there are
That's
ways to
funny.
reduce the arsenic in rice when you cook it.
I can buy rice from India. Like that's not a problem.
Do you know that by just washing the rice can remove up to 28% of arsenic?
Well,
Then
see, there
open
we
pot
go. We just wash the rice. That's what I do anyways.
cooking reduces it further. Having said this, there is no doubt that pesticide use is rampant in both wheat and rice. So if this concerns you, then go for organic brown rice. Orga Life brown rice, Millet Amma brown rice, and Dhatu organic brown rice are better ones in this category. But brown rice takes time to cook and is still not as soft as white rice. Probably this was the reason we shifted from whole grain to a refined white rice. No doubt brown rice needs to be soaked for 4 to 6 hours before cooking and still takes about 40 to 45 minutes to cook. But note that the taste of brown rice is not a problem. It's just that cooked white rice is fluffy, whereas brown rice gets a bit sticky. And
I
that's because
prefer
of
it
the
sticky.
fibrous rice bran and the oily germ, which are now being
Again,
sold separately as supplements. What I have seen is that it takes a few days to get used to it, but when you notice its benefits coming, you enjoy it. I've tried eating brown rice, but I don't enjoy it. Please suggest some other option. Well, in that case, you can go for single polished rice,
what is
also referred to
single
as semi-brown
polished?
rice. Polishing doesn't mean that it is polished with some material. Actually, removal of bran is called polishing. Rice first goes for milling where the inedible hull is removed. Then it goes to polisher where the bran is removed. In that polisher, you can remove the bran completely or half of it. This half
How does
removal
how do
of
you
bran results in
how do you just remove half of it? How? How? How?
what is called single polish rice or semi-brown rice. It
Interesting.
is obviously healthier than white rice but is softer than brown rice.
I've
Some brands
I've
like
I've
24
I've never heard of semi-browned rice before.
Mantra and MVR make it. If brown rice takes longer to cook, how are brands like Dawat and India Gate marketing that it cooks in 15 minutes? That's because it is somewhat pre-cooked, also called parboiled rice.
I've heard of
Actually, during the
parboiled.
traditional milling process, many rice kernels are broken, which are then sold at lower prices. To get full profit, brands use the technique of parboiling. Basically, the rice kernels are soaked in water, then steamed and finally dried. Then hull is removed. This leads to full extraction of rice without breakage. Many brands do this for both
Interesting.
brown and white rice. This is the reason parboiled rice cooks faster. It's not the traditional way, but still it is convenient and way healthier than white rice. Plus, this kind of parboiled brown rice doesn't stick, which makes it an easier switch to the regular white rice.
But
Go for
if
it.
it's sticky,
Then
then
some
you
brands
can eat
also
it
sell
better.
red rice and black rice. It's the anthocyanins present in rice bran which gives it a colored look. If color and texture doesn't bother you much and health is your prime concern, then these two varieties of rice are way ahead of any rice. Even in Ayurvedic scriptures, Rakt Shali, that is red rice, and Krishna Shali, that is black rice, are highly praised.
I really,
It is
really like
written
red
that
rice.
red rice balances all the three doshas and increases milk of lactating
Doshas. Space and air, fire and water, earth and water. Vata types are quick thinking, quick moving, and super creative. Pita have fiery personalities, and joyful, sharp, and I don't know what is this. Doshas. Um, Kaphas are grounded, have calm and love to relax. Increase milk of lactating mothers.
mothers. Modern studies confirm that the micronutrients in red rice are 3 times that of brown rice.
Wow.
B&B Organics,
That's quite a bit.
Sattvic, Organic India, Food Mink, and many other brands sell red rice. Black rice is especially useful for treating skin disorders that have been caused due to excessive heat in the body. The black color is due to the same anthocyanins which are
Heat?
present in
I
black
don't. Skin disorders typically aren't caused by heat, though, right?
berries and blueberries. This is the reason black rice has the highest antioxidant value among all rice. It is this black rice which is also called forbidden rice because it was once reserved only for the royal kings and no one else could eat it. Grow
Interesting.
Pure organic black rice, pristine black rice, Future Foods black rice and nursery black rice are all good options. Have no doubt that red rice and black rice are no less than food supplements. Yes, they take about 1 hour to cook and they don't melt in mouth like white rice, but they help melt that extra fat. They have a nutty flavor to them, which is why taste wise they are good. If you are diabetic, these two are the best rice for you. But what about Sugar Watcher's low GI rice? Sugar Watcher's low GI
I've
rice,
never heard of
active
this
sugar
before.
control rice, and all other low GI rice in the market are nothing but fake
Fake
promises. Because
promises?
if
Oh
it looks
man.
like white rice and tastes like normal rice, it can't be diabetic friendly. Check the fiber content in these rice, hardly 1 gram. These products back on a particular variety of rice. For example, active sugar control rice uses the Sona Masuri variety. But when you strip off the germ and bran of any rice, it doesn't become diabetic friendly. Plus, the comparison graph they show that the GI of a rice is 51 while brown rice GI is 68 is not only false but also misleading.
Wow.
The GI
He's
of brown
calling he's
rice is
calling these
nearly
people out.
50. Plus GI is minuscule parameter to define a diabetic friendly rice. It's the fiber content plus the micronutrients like B complex, selenium and magnesium that truly decide the blood sugar lowering properties.
Yeah, we don't have that GI lowered rice or anything like that here in the US. So I've never heard of it, never seen it, and yeah, it doesn't sound quite quite right.
Which is why brown rice, red rice and black rice are true diabetic friendly and Weight Watchers rice. They have nature's stamp on them. So to sum up, white rice melts in mouth, cooks readily, but health-wise it is the least nutritious rice. If you eat white rice daily without controlling the portion size, you are more likely to put on body fat and increase the risk of diabetes. But if you want to stick with white rice, then complement it with fibrous and protein-rich curry and ghee over it. Brown rice is the original hand-pounded rice where only the outermost layer hull is removed while the bran and germ is kept intact. Our ancestors have eaten this rice for generations. Best is to buy a traditional brown rice which is not parboiled. Wash this rice, pre-soak it for 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't buy parboiled rice either. There's plenty of it at the store, but it's just not something that I typically lean or gravitate to. I don't mind waiting for the rice to cook.
And then cook it with an open lid. This will remove its anti-nutrients and significantly reduce the arsenic amount. Organic brown rice is an option as well. If you want the benefits of brown rice but don't want to spend time on cooking, then use the parboiled brown rice as sold by some of the leading brands. If you don't like brown rice, you can go one step down to buy single polished rice, also known as semi-brown rice. And if cooking time, color and texture of rice is not a problem for you and you want the best for your body, or if you want a true anti-diabetic or fat loss rice, then red rice and black rice are the clear options for you.
I'll have to see if
You
I can
can
buy
even
some
keep
more
brown rice for
black
daily use
rice.
and include red rice and black rice occasionally, considering that they are also expensive.
Yeah.
Last but not the least, don't fall for the gimmick of low GI rice. The golden rule for rice or any other grain for that matter is that the older or aged it is, better it is for your health. So this was all about rice. For your convenience, I have not only shared the unsponsored links to the best rice in the description box of this video, but have
Interesting.
also added the contact information of some organic rice growing farmers. You can buy according to your
You
preference. Eating
call these farmers and buy directly from the farmers. What the heck? That's wild, dude. What is this about? Hair color? Best product from Update Worst to Best 2020 series, not sponsored. No, he must do a bunch of different series, but hair deodorant, hair color, moisturizer, toothpaste.
refined grains is one reason why even teenagers are facing the problem of gray hair. If you are also
Oh, there
suffering
he
from
is
this
talking about gray
problem, then
hair.
first of all, it's important to eat whole foods. And for instant results, you can try Indus Valley's damage-free gel color. If you turn its back, you would find that this hair color has no ammonia, no PPD, and neither that hydrogen peroxide. We can't call it 100% chemical free, but then it is among the best hair colors in the Indian market. That's because maximum hair colors have hydrogen peroxide type bleaching agents that do give black color to the hair, but then in the long run they cause more graying of hair. That way this hair color is safe. It's easy to use.
Yeah, I've never dyed my hair, but in my experience seeing other people that have dyed their hair, it usually just leads to worse outcomes because yes, like you said, there's like hydrogen peroxide. It could bleach the hair, you kill your hair becomes thinner, it becomes, you know, grayer after the fact, or it shifts colors, and it I don't know, just dyeing your hair just seems like a no go in my personal opinion.
It takes
I
30
don't know.
35
I'm
minutes to
commenting on
apply
like the
and you get
sponsored
great
bit here,
results.
but
So to
still.
buy Indus Valley's this damage-free hair color, click on the link in the description box. Do not forget to apply the special discount coupon to get 15% off. Stop controlling diabetes. You can reverse it permanently. To know how, check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.
Interesting. You know what? Like I said, when I first started watching this video, it was just a random recommended video, and I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? We'll give it a shot. It might not correlate much to me, but I did learn a lot from it. So I will say that I learned quite a bit from it. Um, but yeah, interesting. I'm gonna have to try to make sure that I'm eating mostly brown rice going forward, I think. And maybe I can look to see if I can buy some more red rice or black rice somewhere, which I can do. I think I'd have to go to like a higher end grocery store here in the U.S. to find it, because like the WalMarts or the Aldis aren't going to have red and black rice. But yeah, I can definitely find it for sure. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. I liked the video. It was interesting. He talked very well. He was very concise. He was very to the point. He listed facts. He threw the facts up on the screen, or the sources. He lists everything that he had here. This is great. It was fantastic. I'm really interested in seeing the comments. It is a newer video though, so we're not going to go super deep into the comments, but we'll look at we'll look at some of them. This double role part of asking questions is actually so good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Where he like yeah, this little effect here,
Brown rice.
this little effect here where he'd ask the questions and then he'd reply to them. I thought that was really nice. I thought it was very unique. I can actually put this effect on my video as well if I wanted to. I've seen this effect, but I liked it. Come to Assam and try our various traditional rices like Bora rice, Joha rice, Ajong rice, black rice, etc., etc., etc. Dear Vivek, I hope this letter finds you in good health. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for this informative and valuable content you share on the health and wellness. Your insights and tips have been incredibly helpful in promoting healthier lifestyles, and I appreciate the time and effort you put into researching, delivering such meaningful content. Your dedication to spreading awareness, but about maintaining good health is truly commendable. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you for contributing positively to this well-being of so many. Warm regards, your subscribers. I need to learn to read better. Hey man, love your content. Just here to appreciate. I'm watching your videos since you had 300K subs. I trust you helped more people than you can imagine. How many subs does he have? 7.9 million subscribers. Oh, I might have even said that before, but yeah, it just hit me. 7.9 million subscribers. That's crazy. How much is my channel? I think my channel has like 6,000 subscribers. My Geoguessr channel just hit 300 subscribers. We have more than 200 types of rice in Assam, but among those, I like Joha rice, GI tag, Ayong rice, and Lahi rice the most. How can we buy them? Is there a local website which delivers all over India? In Odisha, parboiled rice is very common and eaten on a regular basis. I always feel less bloated and very comfortable. If you have digestive issues, I feel it is the best option because it is much easier to digest. It also less in calories. Interesting, very informative video. Your content is the best. Informative video, nice. Hello, can you tell me why? I don't. Oh, okay. Random question. Um, Thank you. Wow, what amazing informative delivering society in terms of research development, differences in various kind. Get to know the lot of information about the technical part of rice and the importance of it in our daily life. Thank you so much, sir. The best rice from Manipur, which is black rice, the best of the best. My father have a farm. It is sent to every single state in our country, but my father also said that outside of the Northeast people, they add some chemicals. I don't know what that is, but that chemical making diabetic and health issues. Oof. Okay. You're one of my favorite YouTuber. Well, he's a fit tuber, the fit tuber. All right. I think we get it. His fans love him. It was a good video. I actually really enjoyed the video. And you know what? It was informative to me, someone outside of India as well. Like, I felt like I learned some information that I didn't know prior from this video. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and go now. The link to the FitTuber channel and this video that we watched in specific is going to be in the description down below. So make sure to go and watch it. Go and give it a like. Give the guy a sub. Yeah. Take care. Goodbye.